So I've been thinking about the disposable nature of music. I've been speaking to Rob, my friend Robbie Prince, about this on Instagram, and I took all my music off the streaming platforms in December because they refused one of my tracks because it wasn't musical enough. And so everything is now on Bandcamp. And I was just thinking about how music is just this, it's just floating around and everyone's just trying to get heard. And now it's become almost like people are using AI music. It's almost like shares. The way people speak about it is like they've come up with all of these songs and they've put them online and they've made this much money, and I find it really disgusting. And I think the reason is because I've been writing songs since I was 14, and I write songs about anything that's happening or anything that I'm feeling, and that's stuff that I've created. So to just chuck it out, just to throw it out and try and con people into listening to it in some way, or try and fool them into listening to it, begging them to listen to it, is such bullshit. Because people have paid for my music on Bandcamp, and I really appreciate it when that happens. And now what I've done is I've put a price on all of it, because I think it's not on the streamers, it's not anywhere else. I've done a couple of cassettes. I've done a few cassettes of stuff, and I'm going to do some more of that. Maybe I'll do CDs, I don't know. But what I want is for people to, if they want the music, then they have to pay for it or ask for it, not just stumble upon it and go, because that's everything, isn't it, at the moment? Everything is just this swipe it away. If it doesn't grab you straight away, just swipe it away. So I feel like I've been doing that. It just occurred to me last night, just stick a price on all of it. People are prepared to spend, and I put £6.20 on it because then I just thought, then I get a fiver. And people are prepared to spend that much money on, you park your vehicle and you have to spend money. Go to a cafe and you spend a fortune on a coffee or a muffin. This is fucking music. This is music that means something to me. And if people want to listen to it, I want them to really listen to it. I want them to listen to it and feel like they own a piece of it. Not just that it's just there on some playlist and whatever. So I'd rather 5 people loved it than loads of people just sort of scrolled past it and then it became that's an engagement, isn't it? If someone sees it for 3 seconds, that's an engagement. So it needs to be more than that. I've got a gig on the 12th of September. I'm going to be doing some acoustic stuff, and I'm putting together a kind of some sort of band of sorts. And I think the thing to do is just to perform those songs, and if people want to hear them, they have to go and look for them. I'm not going to chuck it in people's faces and try and convince people to listen to it, because that's bollocks, isn't it? That's sort of what it's become. Oh, something's burning. It shouldn't be. That's what art has sort of become because of streaming. And I don't want to be part of it, really. I'm doing this now. I'm doing a video now. But it's like everything else. It's like AI. There's loads of AI music now. There's music being added every day to the streaming platforms. It's just this sea of shite, and I just think it's not real. write songs for money. I certainly don't write songs for money, and I don't write them to be cool or because I think I'm going to be famous or popular or anything like that. It's because it's just what I've always done. I've done that since I was 14. And on Bandcamp there's stuff from 1998 up to 2025, and there'll be something out on the 18th of July this year. And I'm not just, I try and put stuff out every year, but it's a hobby, it's a project, it's my project, and to me that's just something that I've always done with my time. So I feel like if people want it, then they're going to have to willingly engage with it, because it's mine. It's actually mine, and if you want to hear it, then you have to pay to hear it. And I feel like I want to be a fascist about music now, because I created it myself. It belongs to me. So I don't feel like I want to just go, everyone please listen to my music. I want people to hear it live or see me do a live stream or something and go, I like that song, I'd like to listen to it again. And that's it. And then have to find a way to listen to it, rather than it just be just chucking it out there and passively wishing for people to listen to it. And it's so disposable now. I don't think that's the way it should be. It's not the way it should be consumed. It shouldn't be throwaway. I'm not mucking about. When I make music, I'm not mucking about. I'm having fun. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm expressing myself, but I'm not pissing around. I actually love the creative process. Whether people think it's shit or it's a waste of time or whatever, it's not a joke. It's not kind of just something that I do because I'm bored. It's something that I feel like I have to do because there's an urge there to do it. I guess what AI does is it replaces the replaceable, doesn't it? It replaces that which is false. I mean, there's so much music that sounds like it's made by a robot anyway, and auto-tune and all of that all over it, that AI can easily just replace that. I think what's irreplaceable is a relationship. And I think my relationship with music is irreplaceable. I think other people's relationship with my music is irreplaceable. Whatever that may be. Your relationship with your friends and family, with your loved ones, is not something that can be replaced by AI. A doctor, a nurse, a counsellor, whatever, none of these things can be replaced by AI, because AI doesn't have empathy, it doesn't care about you. And it doesn't care about writing songs, it doesn't care about art. It has no it has no desire to create art. It doesn't heal its soul because it hasn't got one. So that's kind of how I feel about that, really. I don't think we should be just throwing it away and hoping that loads of people will look at it. I remember sticking songs out on DistroKid, and one of them ended up getting thousands, a few of them did, got thousands and thousands of views and likes. And I just thought to myself, I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know what that is. And I sort of didn't like it. So I just thought, well, is this Are these bots that are listening to it? Is it that it's a meme or something? Is it like a joke? Is it that people genuinely like it? Is it part of some playlist somewhere? And it's like not knowing feels like it's just a disconnect, isn't it? It's not that I have to know everyone that enjoys anything that I do. But it's just not real. It just doesn't feel real. And it could all be fabricated. It could all be false. And that's awful. And you hear about that, people kind of creating a system where they get views and they get listens and they get likes and then they get the revenue from that. And you just think, what a waste of time. Because it's just another money-making scheme, isn't it? It's just another money-making con. So what's the point? What is the end goal? What is the result of that? If you have loads and loads of likes and views, what is the result? What is it you want at the end of that? And that's the question that I think you have to ask yourself. You know, I've been in bands before and I've thought, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this. You travel somewhere, you play, and then you leave and you just think, well, what is this? What are we trying to do? And I think there needs to be like a shared ambition or something. It's like in Fuff, like I'm in one band at the moment, which is Fuff, and it's just the three of us. We're all around 50, and there's no desire to get famous or to do it full time or tour or do anything like that. We've had band practices, we've written stuff, we've pushed ourselves creatively. I've tried to torment them with as many time signatures as I can. And we got in the studio, we did 9 tracks. It was just such a fun day. We've never argued about anything. It's just really fun. It's just really easy. The process of it's just really easy. We challenge ourselves with playing, but the process is just fun. It's just pure joy. And that's all it is. That's what the agenda is. It needs to be creatively fulfilling, but also be a laugh. And I think a lot of the time with young bands, they want to make it, whatever make it is. I've never known what make it is. I've never understood it. To get, you know, it's almost like you have to get signed and go and play Wembley and then you've made it. But I feel like with Fuff, it's where we want it to be. It's just fun, and we're going to have a bunch of songs recorded that sound really good, I think, and it will just capture the vibe and do some gigs and have a laugh, really. As far as the sort of the songwriting on my own, it's just what I've been doing since I was a teenager. And I always will. And also just recording noises around me. I've done that since I could record things on a tape recorder. Just record the sounds around you. It's just, to me, it's still a kind of magical thing. The idea of recording the world around you. I sort of don't want to understand how it works. I'm still amazed by it. And I record and I layer stuff, and I just create sounds that I like. And then I put it out there as a collection of things, and it's like a little story. It's a piece. It's like a journal entry and it's the project. It's just I have to have a project on the go or I lose my mind. And I've got one for 18th of July, so I always release stuff on my sober birthday. And it's going to be called Nowhere and Nothing, and it's going to be a bunch of songs and sounds and ideas that are about this point in my life. And I can listen to stuff from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and it reminds me of a certain point in my life where I was at a certain point. And to me, that's like, it's just therapeutic to me. It's kind of I can get a nostalgia from hearing something that I did 25 years ago and remember who I was with and what I was doing and what I spent my time doing and everything. And it's, to me, that's, I don't know, it's indulgent. It's the ultimate indulgence, but it's also kind of about development as well, just trying to develop as a human being. And I do video journals all the time. I do recordings like this all the time, and then save them. And then when you look back 5 years later, you look at it and you sort of feel different. You can feel a difference. You can see a difference, or not even see a difference necessarily, but you can just feel that there's something different, and you've gone through something, and you've changed in some way. Because if you ever stop doing that, you're fucked, I think. And that's the same with creativity. If you ever stop, if you ever think, okay, I'm done now, that's good enough, then you're fucked. A project can be good enough, and a band can be good enough, and then it comes to an end. I've sort of never understood why people stay in bands forever. I've been in bands for about 3 years, and that's about it. That's the maximum I'd stay, and that's too long, really. And I'm usually trying to change it, or trying to change a member of the band, or chop it about. So, which is a nightmare, I imagine, for people. But for me, it's like you like last year, Monde Criminal existed for a year, and that's that. We did some gigs, and it was really fun. You don't need to keep dragging it out. It's like that's done. I can listen back to recordings we did, and we didn't do any recordings. We just did live recordings. But I can look at that and I can think that was a fun experience. It was fun to spend time with those people making music. It was fun doing those gigs. It was fun being part of that creative process. And then that's that. And if we do anything in the future, we do. But it doesn't matter to me. And with Fuff, it will last as long as it lasts, and then it'll be done. As soon as it stops just feeling natural and fun, then it'll end. But it's pretty irregular, so it might last longer, you know. But doing something every week with the same band members and just carrying on for, I sort of don't get it. I don't get it when I see bands that have been doing that for 25 years. I just think, so you finished then, you've sort of done now, and you're carrying on that same sound, which I just don't really understand that, because I can hear stuff in songs that I've written recently, and I feel like that's stuff now, and it has to be, for me, it has to be better, I suppose. It has to feel like in some ways better, although, and better's a weird one with art, but that I'm expressing myself more easily than I used to. I used to write a lot of songs, and not many of them would get finished in the scheme of things. And now it feels like I come out with loads of ideas, and if I pick an idea and I run with it, it becomes a song. I don't really hit a wall now. If a song starts, it will get to completion, because otherwise I wouldn't bother with the idea. And it feels like that process now is really natural now. It doesn't mean the songs are the greatest songs in the world. It just means that they flow out and they just happen, and they happen just quite naturally and quite easily. Like they already sort of exist. Like I'm just playing what's supposed to be there, what they're supposed to sound like. I sort of feel like I know what they're supposed to sound like. Yeah, I don't know whether that was a rant or anything. I don't know whether anybody would watch this rant all the way through or find it in any way interesting. But I'd rather stuff was longer and had a bit more depth to it than just I'm going to post 15 seconds of myself going, hey guys, I've got a new album out, or whatever. I just pressed record and started rambling, and it isn't promotion or anything like that. It's just, I guess it's sort of connection. It's just thinking that music, creativity should be about connection, shouldn't it, in some way? And if you're putting a video out of rambling about stuff, and someone gets something from it, or is curious about something about it, then surely that's worth doing. I don't know if anything's worth doing, is it really, in that sense? Art is sort of pointless, isn't it? Sharing any of it is pointless, really. But I feel like if it has meaning to you shouldn't just chuck it out. You should just, because what are you saying about it? If I chuck my music out and I go, there it is, it's saying that it has no worth. It's saying that it's worthless. It's not worthless to me. It means a lot to me. And I don't have an agenda in terms of trying to get anywhere with it. But I feel like if people want to get into that world, if people want to get into my world and hear about or hear what I'm creating, you can't just lay yourself out vulnerable and just go, well, it doesn't mean, it's crap anyway. There's that false modesty. You get a lot of false modesty with musicians, and you hear it, don't you? People are, it's not very good, but here it is. Fuck that. If you're creating something and you love it, then love it. Believe it to be great, because I listen to stuff that I created 25 years ago, and I feel like I would have done it differently, and it's, there's bits that don't sound as good as I would have liked them to, or whatever, but I still love it. I still feel like it was me at a certain point, and it was as good as I could do at that point. And that'll be the same when I finish whatever I do. And that's why I have that's why I give myself a time limit, because I almost feel like just get it done, and then look back at it and just go, well, that was all right. I can learn from it and do better next time. That's what you have to do, isn't it? If you ever believe you've reached perfection, then you're fucked. And I certainly don't feel like that's the case with anything I've ever done. Where I feel like it's the best I can do, or whatever. Ever. I mean, like the best I'll ever be able to do. I mean, it's the best I can do at that point. 23 minutes of absolute rambling nonsense that no one's going to listen to.